Hello guys, this is Brian with Game, and today we are here with a Trials of Osiris video to make you the best you can possibly be in Trials of Osiris. In the background you'll see that there is a game from beginning to finish, so you can watch that as I make all of these points. I do have about 5 main points that will make you a better player in Trials, and some sub points along the way. Now, the first main point is your gear score. I know many people go into Trials with a lower gear score, and you can potentially do just fine. I myself went in at year 2 around a 317, and I was doing decent. But here's the truth. The truth is, you are at your very best when your gear score is as high as possible. Your light level makes the biggest difference. You're going to do more damage, and you're also going to die slower. Not to mention that when it comes to abilities and stuff, lower level people can get one-hit meleeed, and it's just crazy. There's a bunch of stuff that can happen. So remember that even if you're a decent player, bringing the highest gear score possible to the table and maxing out that light level is the most important, because you're more viable as a team, and you're a better player. So, that being said, when it comes to gear, try and be versatile. Remember that certain maps require certain things. If you have a shotgun, and only a shotgun, you better be really good with that shotgun. If you have a sniper rifle, you better be really good with that sniper rifle. But if you could bring a sniper and a shotgun to the fight, why not? Why not do that? It'll be great, it'll help your team, and sometimes you won't be paired with a team that'll always bring both. So, that's definitely point number 1, your gear. Now let's move on to the next one. Point number 2 is team communication. I cannot express enough how important it is to call out snipers, to call out people who are rushing with a shotgun, and even to call out ghost positioning. This is seriously a critical part of playing Trials. Also, practice with your team beforehand. If it's not a team you normally play with, go in a skirmish. Or during the week before Trial starts, do a few rounds of elimination. You have to know the team you play with, and you have to know the way they play. Not to mention that team communication is something that you build. It's hard to play with randoms and get a perfect communication going, but once you have that, and you're able to make callouts of snipers, people shotgunning, even supers, and ghost positioning, you're golden. And it's going to stay great, because you're going to have a basis for you guys to fall back on, and when you go into the fight, you'll always know what other teammates are going to do, and you can count on them. Alright, so point 3, and for the love of God, I really wanted to make this number 1, because this blows my mind. The game has radar. It literally has a radar system built into it in the top left corner that you can use. So please, I cannot stress enough, use your radar. As you can see in the first 2 rounds in the video, if you go back and watch, I actually use the radar to figure out where they're going to come from, and I actually meet a guy with a shotgun. Just use your radar. It's there for a reason. You all know the players that you've played with that don't use radar, and you could just see them getting killed in the stupidest ways. I can't stress it enough. Use the radar in the game. Please, especially in Trials. When you have people like hunters turning invisible and all this crazy stuff going on, your radar is your best friend, and it'll save your life and your team's life. The 4th point, guys, is going to be use tactics. Before the match, review the weaponry of your enemies, and then apply tactics and weapons yourself to counter what they have. Know the sniping lanes, so you know where and when people will get shot. Make sure you have map knowledge and know your way around it. And the top point of this is keep switching it up. Don't go the same way multiple times. Don't have your team use the same strategy. Have different people go down different lanes with different weapons. You want to keep switching it up and make sure you have a tactic for each run. Alright, now the last point I want to make is using your super. Supers can seriously be a turning point for the entire game. It's crazy. So, the main thing you want to do is communicate with your team and figure out who's using their super and when. I can give you a few examples. Let's say the team is grouped up on the other side. If you have a Striker Titan on your team and he's able to get over there and use Fist of Havoc, he can wipe the enemy team. If you all have your supers, you want to communicate who's going to use theirs first, when, and in what situations. Another example would be a Nova Bomb for a heavy round. You can wipe out an entire team as soon as they pick up heavy. It's very situational, but what you want to do is make sure that your communication goes along with how to use your supers. And if you guys know when and where to use your supers, you can come in super clutch and save your team, or turn around the whole game completely and come back from a deficit. That's really what you want. Now playing in the background is going to be some slow motion clips so you can see my kills for that entire match. It's going to help you guys figure out how I apply the techniques myself, the ones I just talked about. And as always, guys, you guys have a great day. If you have any more questions about Trials, please comment down below. If you want to play with me, my gamer tag is in the description. And have a great day. I'll see you in Destiny.